Everyone, December 8th, oil, $36. How many guys do that on that call, right? I've been telling you, stupid low, and I've been saying it since 50 bucks. And I'm going to go and bring all my tweets and all my stuff, and I'm going to keep posting them up there. Stupid low, 25 bucks. That's stupid, right? So big stories in oil, dragging the rest of the market down. Looking at, we're below that 62 yesterday. We're 65 that we kept bouncing off of, and we're trading down into the mid 50s. Once again, like we talked about yesterday, I am bullish. I'm still bullish the market, but we are running out of time, right? It's already December 8th. So when we get back to the screens, I think we can still retrace into the 2040 area. But you know what? I'm not going to count out the fact that this market's been manipulated by the Fed. So, what if the Fed just comes out and says, because oil is going down, commodities are down, problems in Argentina, problems in Latin America, problems in China, and that a stronger dollar will cause more problems, not only for our multinational companies, but you know what? They come out and say the data is saying that we should not cut, right? What would that do to the stock market? So I think that we would get a big move down. I'm telling you, oil is disconnected. It's going to where the Saudis want it, and it's going where it's going to cause enough pain for some failures. And it's also going to cause, I've seen this now for years when it comes to markets that, start trading and they start trending down. So anyway, let's go to the charts, and got a little bit of a late start. We're trying to get all this stuff in. This is the last final version. Got some pretty neat stuff. Got to put my hat out to Pat and Reed and all the computer programs that are working on our stuff. And you're going to like this package. I got to explain a few things to you, but let's go to share the charts. All right. We are currently trading right here. Okay. And it was at like 2056. All right. Let me go to this, and then we'll go back to this chart. So let's go to our profile. So we've had a high here, and I didn't put it in yet because I've been dealing with some chart issues, but I always do this. I take here, I put a vertical line. All right, it's on there, and then I'll go to here and I change the color on it, the size, 1, 2, 3, 4. I go to this, I make it cayenne or turquoise. All right, and then I know that's the top of value. I mean, the Globex high, and then I do the same thing on the bottom so that I can always remember where the Globex highs and lows are when the days start trading. Now, certainly right now it's easy because we're close to it, but when it's in the middle, I like to keep an eye on it because you know that I always talk about how the market has to take out the Globex low or high, right? So I put that in there. Trading out here a low of 2055 half. Okay. Well, I think that when you take a look at this, I had these charts up here. So we had these single prints from 2062 half and down to, and this is, I believe from Friday. Okay. So if we go here to 2052, here's that old 2062 half we talked about. Remember last week when I called the rally, and that was Friday afternoon. So here we are, we're moving back over here. So these were the single prints that were caused on Friday morning after the jobs report. Okay. So perhaps technically, the market has to fill all these single prints in before it could rally again, right? They want some more structure. And then yesterday, we talked about how this 2065. So this was all those lows that we had made yesterday, and we couldn't get out right here. Okay, so we made another low. So 2065.75. Then we had a double bottom of 2060 right in this area, right? And the market took those out finally this morning, but it had to go rally all the way up to 2082 yesterday And, so, you know what? I want you to understand something. This has not changed. This has not changed for the last 25 years or since I've been trading S&Ps. They will do this. The market makers or the market will put a bottom in and then rally, and then the next day something comes out and we're trading below it, and you're all pissed off and angry if you were short trying to take it out during the day, and then randomly it rallied at night and then they take it back the next day. It happens. It is what it is. You have to decide, okay, if you want to be a position trader and trade smaller and fade that move on the close, all right? But given the market conditions and the volatility, you don't need it. You just need to make some intraday plays and then just give what the market's taking you the next day, all right? So I'm going to draw a line right here at right here. I'm sorry, this was not the Globex high. I screwed this up. I'm sorry. This is where I'm going to draw the line today, 2072.75. We have to get above that to start, confirming an up move. This is the Globex high up here, 2081.5. Like I said, I got a late start. Okay. So I just think that these are the ways that I look at the market. And so I'm going to put this back up here. Okay. All right. So this is where the market kind of kept moving down. And look, this is nothing more to do with what the fact is oil, right? So oil got hit. That means all these companies are getting hit. Oil's in the mid 30s today, which I did make that call. So we'll look at the top of value. Let me put the crosshairs on here. Oops, wrong one. Right here. All right, so the top of value is 2076. We got the 2066 is going to be the bottom of value, point of control, 2069. And then up here at 2077.5, we got a bull bear zone of 2077.5. So it's going to have to come back and move all the way through value. Now, here's the issue. All right, so I just wanted you to see this pre-market so you can see where we are in relationship. When you buy our charting package and you stay with us, now what you have to do is you have to go back and go to data series, and we'll be working on this, and then go back here and then choose regular trading hours, okay? Globex index regular trading hours, okay? And then you'll see, and that populates. All right. So yesterday, the market closed here. All right. So here's the close. All right. We were in a buy, the 5 minute. Obviously, now we are in a sell. All right. Because we're going to open up below this 26.66 half. Okay. So until we go out there and we got some other stuff that we have to program, but we're going to roll out and we'll be constantly upgrading these. So we put the Ishimo 2 on here now. Okay, that is these the green and the red maroon areas. Okay, that's an app, or not an app, indicator. Wasn't invented by us, but we like to use it because it kind of gives you a sense of when the market is moving out of congestion areas and it stays above this. They look like it's bearish or bullish, and when it moves below it, it's bearish. We will put out and tell you how we use that in our daily videos, daily chat room. We'll explain how these indicators are working, right? So the market is now trading down in here, okay? And this is where value opened up yesterday. So obviously all the sisters are in a sell. I am kind of behind the 8 ball of the guys today because I've been trying to redo the charts. So so when we go back, like I said, we'll go back to here. This is going to be important for me here, 2072.75. All right, we've got a bottom in here now, and then down below we've got these single prints. Darn it. So I like these single prints to get filled in during the regular trading hours, okay? All right, so let me bring down the Russell. okay? And here, let me go to extended hours so I can see where we're at. Let's go to extended hours, hit okay. All right, so obviously what you're seeing now, I didn't put any of the values into the Russell yet because like I said, I was dealing with the new charts and all the different issues that we're coming out with. All right, so you got the pivot here. All right, 5-minute pivot in a sell, 1157 is where we're looking at, okay? All right, so when I go back to the data series and I go back to the regular trading hours, all right, so it's down in here because it's starting to tick up now, all right, so the pivot's in a sell from 1167. So the 5-minute pivot in a sell, obviously, because of the move down, these are all moving in a sell right now, okay? All right, and then we have here's where the Dow closed. So it closed obviously here in a buy. So if I go to data series, go to a regular trading hour or extended trading hours. Let's go to extended index trading hours. All right, you can see that we are now in a sell. It took the buys out up in here, took them out, and it's been in a sell since last night, okay? And here would be the bull bear zone right in here, okay? I'm sorry, 1631. Now I will now switch this back so we'll go to the regular trading hours. And the reason we do this is because remember you have to be, I always believe in the futures as far as the index futures because the market doesn't trade overnight, all right? Oops. I'm going to go here. That I really want to look at so really when we open up below this, you'll see if we got to stay below this, which we will on the opening, and we'll take out the regular. I want to see how the market is trading and where the points that I'm looking at during the regular trading hours, so I can gauge market activity during the day because I think that you're going to get a truer reading on the day charts, okay? Because overnight action doesn't matter to me. It matters for points of reference, but if you're going to get validation, it's got to be during the regular trading hours. That's what I'm trying to say. So we've gone through that whole gymnastics with that, and I'm not going to do it with the NASDAQ. So obviously all our 5-minute pivots are going to open up on a negative basis. All right. And then I'm looking for my first target would be to fill in these single prints, probably a two-sided trade, right? Because when I look at the profile, probably get a two-sided trade. You know what? I'd be looking to sell it against 2065, 2064 area, which was yesterday's bottom that we couldn't get above. And then right here is the market moved through here. So I'm going to be looking at 2072.5. We got to get it really above that for this market to start looking like it's going to go up to the top part of the range. Okay. All right. So 2072.5 is the area that I'm looking at. All right. So let's go to here. Here's oil. All right. So oil is trading. Now I'm going to make sure I got this right. And I'm going to go to CME US regular trading hours. I'll go to I could use 24/7, right? Or, yeah. Or commodities extended hours. I use 24/7. Let's do this. All right. All right. So look at that move down, and this is where oil is at right now. And So when I'm looking at the value area yesterday, all right, and there's a guy I made a bet with, and I'm waiting for him to pay up because I kept telling him even when oil railed up to $60 that oil is going down to the mid-20s this year. So, all right, 38.68. Point of control is 37.64, and here's 37.5. Okay, and then we made a low down here in 36.66. Put out last week. It's not only a matter of time until we're in the mid 30s, and I'm pretty proud of myself because I've been calling this all year. All right, even when we rallied back to 58, I thought maybe it would fill in that gap, $56 gap, and never could get past 52.5. So, you know what? Like I said, you know what I'm saying? Stupid low, and then market will then finally bottom out. Okay. All right. Did I cover gold? No. So gold is right here. I'm going to put on here data series. Let's go extend that. Oh, so we're all right. We're on the extended hours. All right. So gold just made a little move back. All right, it's back into value, and then you got 1073.10. Okay, is the bull bear zone. All right, it's 1073.10 is the bull bear zone for gold. Now, and I'm going to tell. I have to explain to you because I don't know if I'm doing a very good job. The reason. So the stuff that's been programmed into here is it automatically calculates. When we put the pivot in, it's automatically going to calculate R1, R2, R3 for you. And then you're going to get these levels here now. We've replaced the exhaustion dots with levels that are level 2, level 3, which will be standard deviations away from the VWAP and so on. So we'll have a whole channel out there on this. I mean, a whole. When we get in the chat room, you'll be able to ask how we use these indicators and so on. And there's stuff that you can remove off here. Like if you don't want the Ishimu 2 on here, you can remove that and just use the things that you want to use. All right. So just to make sure that we're in the data series, I'm going to make sure that I am on Globex futures, regular trading areas, things, and I'm going to wait for the market to open up. Any questions, Anthony?
So, okay. In your opinion, who is trading Globex? Is it all algos and bots or crazy traders who don't care, just run it up overnight? So he's talking about the overnight session.
And we're talking ES or we're talking about just
I think he's saying in general.
So generally, I think that, and the ES, I think that there's some bots out there and they go stop hunting and trade it and they can push the market around. And then I think in times of turmoil, when there's been some sort of announcement that there are some trading decks from the big, the big players that, take advantage of trying to either get in and out of positions or news that they have that everybody else doesn't have, right? So I think that happens. In the commodity markets, I think they're a worldwide market. I think that, they're thin anyway, and I think that they're traded by people who are trading commodities worldwide. I don't trust overnight trading with the Globex and the ES, right? And until the CME and the CFTC gets on these guys and you can start tracking their trades. Now they're tracking the guys who were the spoofers. They tracked one guy. Remember this. I told you I had an inside information of a friend of mine owned a clearing firm where this guy who just got caught with the spoofing tried to bring his clearing there a year ago. And in 3 months, he generated $28 million, gross profit of 30 or gross P&L of 32 million and 28 million in 3 months in fees and exchange fees and clearing fees and commissions. So, you know what incentive does these exchanges allow the HFTs and these high frequency traders? What incentive do they have? They're generating nothing but big volume. And you know what incentive is? They got to care about the integrity of the markets. They can't let people manipulate stuff like that. So that's my opinion. Any other questions?
They're just requesting that we stay a little bit in the open so they can see some setups, but that'll start out next.
We'll start that next week when we got our chat room. We're gonna have to get in the chat room when we start talking about. how I look for setups and how I view the opening and things like that. There's just the way we're going to have to do it. And there's just so much stuff in the works right now. And I haven't put any of the stuff in, any of the data in for the NASDAQ, the Russell, and the TF, and I want to get that in there so it helps me ascertain a good idea of what's going on with the market. Okay. All right. That's it. We're working hard to get this stuff out Friday.
How do we get into the chat room, all?
The chat room will be one of the part of our educational package. There's going to be several packages, right?
We're having a launch on Friday, and then we'll include all the links on Friday, right, for the chat room. That'll go live on Monday.
Right, the chat room go live. The video will only be parts of will only be part of the package from now on. The video will actually come through. We're going to have our own chat room, our own software that allows you to get into the chat room, and it's going to be fairly inexpensive. And then we'll have other things that we can. All right, other things that you can purchase. And if you buy the indicators, you're in the chat room. So you get. I think it's free access to the chat room. I have to check. Do not quote me on that because the marketing people are actually putting all that stuff down today, and we got to proofread it. So the indicators will be you can lease them or you can buy a one-time fee. And then and the profile that we have. So if you already have a profile, you don't have to buy our profile. If you just want to buy our indicators, you buy the indicators. So or you can lease all of them, right? So anyway, it's coming out, and we will probably use Twitter for maybe till the end of the year, but we're going to start curtailing our tweets, and information will be through the chat room and how we view it. And it'll be streaming all day long. Sometimes we'll be on the chat room and sometimes we won't, but our charts will be up constantly. So that's another way to access our charts. All right. Any other questions?
That's it.
All right. Talk to you later, and good luck.